Hey guys, how's it going? Uh, so, been a rough day. Well, not really. It just, been rough all of a sudden. And I hate that I have to come and talk right now. Oftentimes if I don't, I feel just like a tug on me until I do it. So I know that's when it's like something important needs to be said or get off my chest. So here's what's going on. So like I said in my last couple videos, I've stayed off social media. I've stayed off some stuff because certain things I can't handle. Well, I thought I was good. And I thought I was able to get back and get going again, and I was. And so I thought maybe I could start finishing a Netflix series that I had started a while ago, but it took me a while to get through, and it's taken me still a lot of time to get through. Some of you guys probably have watched it. It's the Ozark. Many people have told me about like how good of a show it is, and this season's great, and it gets so good and all that stuff. And so I was like, okay, let's try it out, let's see what the people are saying. And it's hard, you guys. I don't understand why people think that this kind of stuff is just the best stuff to watch. A lot of people ask me a lot of times, like, oh, have you seen this, or have you watched this movie, or seen this show, or whatever. And I a lot of times I say no, like I just haven't watched a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV. Sometimes I do, I go through my binges, but I don't do it probably as often as some people. And so a lot of times people are really shocked at what I haven't ever seen. Well, I guess I'm gonna shed some light on why. It's really hard for me. I literally can feel into, I know it's fake, so I'm gonna get upset, but I know it's fake. But it's the fact that people find this stuff to be exhilarating. They find it to enlighten themselves, to feel something that, I guess normal life doesn't. And oftentimes, it's shows of death, destruction, people having affairs. It's just so much corruption, and that's the only way people can feel. And that really upsets me, that these kind of shows are the ones that get all the attention. That just hurts my heart. Especially this show really got to me, because if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. I'm on the 3rd season and finishing it up, and Wendy, one of the main characters' brother, is looked at as bipolar, and mainly because he cannot handle the reality that they live in, that his sister has been known to grow up in. He even talks about how even at a young age she was like that. And but he feels, you can tell he just feels so deeply for the people he loves and cares about, and they're in so much trouble that he wants to help them, and he can't figure it out because he's not involved in that kind of reality. He doesn't want it, who in real reality wants to be? Only those that are, you know, the energetic part of, like, the devil energy, you know, who have that, who embody that. And he's not. And, you know, he's been swept up into their world and he can't get out, they can't get out, he can't help them. And he wants to try, but he looks and he explodes, and, you know, out of passion, because he can't help them, but he knows it's wrong. And then he's looked at as bipolar because he explodes, because he can't keep his cool through the death and destruction. And that really upsets me, because I guess I myself have dealt with anxiety and depression. It's not easy to talk about because it's looked at as weak, or you know, in my family history line there is some mental illness, you know, a history of it, and that's really hard to, you know, think that, you know, maybe that could be me, you know, but it's not. Like, it's people just don't understand it, and they don't want to understand it because it's so full of emotion that they're scared of emotions. People are so scared of emotions that when somebody is emotional, like, you know, like me, like I've been in the past, I get told, you're overreacting, or I'm tired of your shit, or you know, whatever. They don't want to deal with it and don't want to help me out, so I get outcasted. I look like a weirdo, like some mental person, when really it's like, this is how we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to feel emotions, and we're supposed to be there for each other. And death and destruction and all that stuff is not normal. It's not real. It's insanity. And for you to think that it's sane, that's insanity. For those that think that that's exciting and stuff, that is insanity. That is not, it's not healthy. And the reason why I do these videos, I've been called to do these videos, is not to be a YouTube star or to be, you know, try to promote myself. It's because I really do feel for humanity. Like, I want to help people, because I've strived so hard to help myself, because I've felt so alone for so many years, you know. And I've had exes who've told me, you know, my voice is too loud, I need to quiet down, type of thing. And, you know, no, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of not being able to speak. And I know me speaking more and more is helping people. As you can tell, I'm not worried about my looks. Like, this is not for my fame and glory. This is because there's an issue in the world, and I can feel it so deeply sometimes. And all I want is people to wake up. It's time to wake up. If shows like this is the only way that you can feel something in life, the only way that your spirit is awakened, we need to look inside and understand why. You know, I know, like I said, I used to deal with anxiety and depression, and I still sometimes have my days. And a lot of times, yeah, drama, it fuels that fire inside. And oftentimes we attract that drama because that's the only way we can feel, because the only feelings we know is negative. It's the it's the traumas, it's the, the heartache and stuff, and that's all we associate with. So when we have drama, it fuels that, it brings that out, and we feel alive. And the more I've gotten rid of that kind of stuff and been able to clear it and know what real goodness feels like, what real love feels like, what true love feels like, what self-love feels like, what God's love feels like, the more, when that stuff comes, it's like, I do not want a part of that. That does not feel good. And now I know that that does not feel good, because, if that's the only good that's what you know to be good, and it's not. But until you really, truly figure out what feels good, you won't know that. And shows like this and movies and music and stuff like that, books and whatever, I can't handle it. And oftentimes, like, I'll have nightmares, or it stays with me for a while, and I know I need to work on being able to shield that, because I am an empath that feels so deeply that, I need to keep continuing to learn how to shield myself. But the thing is, you guys, like, I shouldn't have to, and that's why, again, I want to promote what I do, and I want to make these videos, and I want people to understand and hopefully wake up and listen, because we shouldn't have to shield ourselves. We should be able to understand that that stuff is not good. That is not what really is fuel. It's only fueling our demons inside. And I just hope for the better of people, and I hope shows some like this, I do understand that some of it could awaken people and understand that, this doesn't feel good to me. Why am I watching this type of thing? Like I said, he had, they identified him as bipolar in that show, and for me, I could just see myself in a way, because like I said, I feel so deeply sometimes that, like I said, even these shows, I can feel so deeply, and like, even though it's unreal, it's fake, it still is so real to me. And sometimes I just don't know how to process these emotions, and so sometimes they get built up. And like in the past, I've been through traumas, I've been through things, sexual abuse, horrific car accidents, bullying, just a bunch of different things, lost friends, passed away or were killed. I've experienced a lot, and it's never easy. And in a world where they teach you not to show emotion, that emotion's bad, you seem crazy. You seem like, why am I feeling so deeply when nobody else is, or people might be, but they're not showing it? Like, I cannot not show it. And when people look at you like you're crazy, it makes you feel crazy. And then, you get outcasted, and oftentimes they tell you go take medicine to numb you out, so you become a robot, so you become numb to everything. And that's not what human is. Like, that's not, if we weren't supposed to have emotions, like then what's the point of living? Being a human being is feeling, and just sucks that we've been so numb as a society to them. We've become so numb. And these shows are the only thing that can bring out sparks in us that we don't want or normally allow to come out on our own. It sucks. I just hope this, brings some light to some people. And, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for anybody to come and say, whatever. I mean, I totally appreciate those that do come to me and say, when I show this kind of emotion side to me, that, they're there for me to hear and talk and stuff. And I so appreciate that, because some of my darkest times, I didn't have anybody. And, I'd sit in my car like this somewhere and, have panic attacks or, cry myself and to, with no energy to even drive after. I'd have to, relax for a while, because I felt so lost, because people just didn't understand me. So when I watch that show, if you know and how much he cries, I relate, because it puts you in a spot where you feel incredibly alone, because most of the world is not open to that much emotion and feeling. Makes you feel alienated. And, I've had friends and family, like I say, that, when they see me emotional, it's like, what's wrong with you? It's not like, oh, can I be there for you? Can we talk about this? Let me just hug you. No, that's why I'm here in my car, We've got to wake up. Because what a life it is to be put on medicine to be numbed out. It's not a life. We have so many people with trauma. We have so many people with normal life trauma, with military trauma. We have life just whatever. And it's not a fulfilling life to have that. So that's, like I said, why I do these videos. Not for the attention, not for, whatever you think. It's because I want to help. I want to help make this world better, and to help people get to where I've gotten through my traumas and my experiences. So, and for people to wake up and understand when somebody else is in this emotional state, not to run, not to outcast them, and not to put them aside and brush them off as insane, because we're not insane. We just have human emotions and we feel deeply, and what you call sane is not. It's insanity. And adultery, abuse, killing, torture, and all that stuff, that's not sanity. That's insane. And like I said, if that's what gets a rise out of you, that's because it's fueling your inner demons. There's things inside of you need to work out, if that excites you. Otherwise, it should not. It should make you upset, and it should make you want to fight for the betterment. That we shouldn't have to watch that for fuel. We shouldn't have to watch those kind of things to make our lives feel like there's something going on. There's so much more to life than that. There's so much happiness outside of that kind of things. And for people like me, again, that get outcasted as mental or having issues. We should be a light to people to understand, not outcasted. Understand that there's more to life and it's okay to feel. So I hope that helps shine some light. I know there's some real serious mental illnesses out there that aren't as low key as what I've experienced, and I do understand that there are chemical imbalances, but I do believe that there is great power within, and you can do a lot for yourself on your own if you really put the work in, you try, and I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't say get off your medicine, but I was prescribed for a while and I refused to rely on that. So I found ways to wean myself off and to handle things on my own. And I know a lot of people can do that, and not have to rely on the pharmaceutical industry for a happy life. But those that do need it, I totally understand that, but I think we often go towards that as a buffer too easily. So, and I might get some slack for saying that, but it's just what I believe. So, from what I've been through, hope you all have a great weekend. And I will talk to you later. Love you.